Let's take a look at example 4. So you can tell from this example that we are given the table of values to help us get started. So let's just focus on the table for a minute. We have -2, 4 for our pre-image first coordinate, and the image is -5, 3. So we need to figure out -2 and something happened to it, and then we get -5. What would have happened to -2 to make it go to -5 for the x value? So you think -2 minus 3 would give you -5. So let's see if that would work for all of the x values. So for instance, if I take -4 minus 3, would that give me -7? Yep, sure does. And then -1 minus 3, does that give me -4? So it looks like we have figured out the rule for the x values. We have -3 or left 3 for our transformation or translation, we should call it. Let's look at the y's now. So let me clean up my table just a little. The y value for the pre-image first coordinate is 4, and then the image is 3. So to go from 4 to 3, we need to take away 1. So let's see if that rule would work, because it needs to work for every coordinate. So 2 minus 1 does equal 1, and 1 minus 1 does equal 0. So now we figured out that it went down 1 for this pre-image to equal the image. It had to shift down 1. So let me clean up the table a little bit. So just like in previous problems, we can go, let's go in a different order this time. Let's actually go from the table to the algebraic rule for now. So we can go ahead and write our rule. For every value of x and y, it was translated so that for every x value, we subtract 3 because it's going to the left 3. And for every y value, it went down 1, so we subtract 1. Alright, so we're done with the algebraic rule. Now, I like to always go from the table to the graph. So at least we didn't go directly there this time, but we can go there now. So let's call our pre-image A, B, and C. And our image will be A prime, B prime, C prime in green in just a minute. But notice I have an x value of -7, so I'm going to put my axis in a slightly different place than normal. So if you're writing this example in your notes, make sure you're going to have room for your graph. Alright, so let me get my blue pen and we'll get to graphing. So A is at -2, 4, so left 2, up 4 is A. B is at -4, 2. And C is at -1, 1. A lovely little triangle. And then let's graph our image. So A prime, B prime, C prime. So A prime is located at -5, 3. So go left 5 from the origin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up 3. So we got A prime. B prime is -7, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 is B prime. And C prime is at -4, 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, -4, 0. So we could just check and make sure that our pre-image to our image does look like it matches what we've written. So we can tell from A to A prime, we did have to go left 3, down 1. From B to B prime, we had to go left 3, down 1. And from C to C prime, we have to go left 3, down 1. So let's go ahead and write it all out verbally. So, given triangle ABC, with A at -2, 4, B at -4, 2, and C at negative 1, 1. And we normally start a new sentence. Let me go ahead and keep us on the same track we've been on with this part. So let me put a period and say translate, because it's like you're giving directions to somebody of what they should do. If they're given this particular triangle, they need to translate this triangle ABC down 3 units. Excuse me. Whoops. Left 3 units. And down 1 unit. Alright, so once again we have all 4 parts of our representation. We started out with part of our table, we then wrote the algebraic rule, we then graphed it, and then we wrote out the description of what happened verbally. So that's it for this example.